Hey, what's going on YouTube? Chloe Grace Moretz here. Fuck all of ya. That's where I would have like a cool logo, like intro screen, where, like people would have like like in the beginning of a Marvel movie where it has like all those scenes and comic book pages flipping like and it spells out Marvel and it has like all the characters. It would be like that, but it would have my name on it instead. So just picture that. Instead of me actually making it, just picture that. And then that's my intro. And it had the cool music that I demoed for you. I don't remember what it was, but it's pretty sweet. So, I'm trying to be a YouTube hack here, so I'm going to talk about Infinity War. I'm actually a big fan of Infinity War. And what I'm going to do today, did I say Infinity War? I've seen Infinity War 5 times. I'm a big fan. No, I wanted to talk to you guys about some of my concerns with the Infinity War movie that's coming out. And this is obviously just based on what I have seen in the trailers and what I've read in the interviews. And I gotta be honest, man, I'm a little fucking worried. Okay? Now I know this movie's gonna kick ass. I already got tickets to see it on Saturday. Okay, it comes out on Friday. I'm going to the first showing on Saturday. Right? I'm gonna rub one out and then go straight to see Infinity War. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great two-parter. And then I'm off work the next 4 days because I'm unemployed. So I'm gonna be off work the next 4 days and then all the other days, including that, but technically I only had to say 4 days. Don't know why that was important to tell you. Um, so there has been so much released of Infinity War as far as footage, and there's like a new TV spot every 27 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And the movie so far, the runtime has been confirmed to be like 2.5 hours. Now, it's the biggest Marvel movie to date, so I'm assuming the credits are going to be about 45 minutes of that. So the movie's realistically only about 20 minutes long. Okay? Uh, I'm excited. I think it's going to be the best Marvel movie. Okay? I think I'm going to come on YouTube right after I saw it. I'm going to make a review, a reaction review kind of thingy. And I'm going to be like, best fucking movie ever. Okay? Thanos, best character ever. And then I'm going to say K again. K? But I do have some concerns, and this is not looking at it from a plot perspective as far as like, hey, that's not how it went in the comic books, because these movies aren't really the comic books. You know what I mean? Like Civil War really had nothing to do with the Civil War comic book. They just took the idea of Civil War and made it into their own like reimagining if it took place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with the characters they have and the situation where it was heading. This is how it would be adapted in that timeline, and I totally get that, and I like it. Now I have a huge amount of problems with some of the movie, like for instance, I'm just gonna jump right into like some flaws, and then I'm going to hit Infinity War really hard, like with my dick, with my fucking cack, right? My big old dick, my dick, not appropriate. Um, so this is why I'm not a YouTube partner, because all that not necessary. So essentially, Age of Ultron. I rewatched Age of Ultron when I saw it in theaters. I was like, like it was good. It was good. It wasn't bad. It was better than average for sure, and it was better than above average because I'm a huge Marvel fan. Okay, but it was called Age of Ultron. He ruled for like 2 days. Was that really? Did you have to call it Age of Ultron? You couldn't call it like Ultron or like the Coming of Ultron or the Rise of Ultron or something. You had to call it the Age of Ultron. It's like he didn't have an age. Isn't like an age supposed to be like an era, something like that? Something cool. I don't know. So, anyways, when we look at Civil War, we go into Civil War. It turns out Bucky didn't actually do all that horrible shit as they thought he did. So why the hell is everybody still in prison to where Captain America has to break them out of prison? And then now Captain America's on the run and all these people are on the run. They were innocent. It turns out they were innocent. You know what I mean? Like how are they not pardoned or something? You know what I'm talking about a little bit? Whoa, that was a weird edit. Okay. Yeah, so why is like Captain America like in Black Widow, she's like dyeing her hair, like, oh, I'm not the same person, I dyed my hair. I'm specially trained by the government. Like, my assassin government, they taught me how to blend in into any situation. Let me put some little tie dye on my eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? That's how you fool the government. But why are they running away? I know they disobeyed the government and they're like America's most wanted now, but it's like Bucky didn't do it though, you know? So that kind of threw me off. So, but it all goes into Infinity War and like how Captain America and stuff like that is no longer really Captain America. I don't. I'm going to be interested to see what they even call the guy, but as far as these concerns that I'm about to hit, they kind of are on that level of wow, you have no life. That's how you looked at that movie, and I will say yes. I will say yes, sir. So before I get into the actual discussion and stuff like that, go ahead and leave a subscribe and a thumbs up before you even know if you like the fucking video, and then leave a comment down below answering the question that you think I'm going to answer or ask. So just like assume a question and then answer it on your own, you know. So just comment, be like, you know, yeah, watermelon is my favorite fruits, and just assume that I'm asking you. What's your favorite fruit or some shit, right? Because that's what YouTubers do nowadays. Or before the video even starts, they tell you to like their shit and subscribe. You know, and it's like, fuck you, dude. I just got here. Okay, I don't owe you shit. That's like walking into a grocery store and they're like, give us your money now before you shop around. Give us your money. It's like, no, fuck you. Anyways, that had nothing to do with it. So, my main thing is I was reading an article in Entertainment Weekly, such a reliable source. Okay, no, it was like a whole magazine that had a Infinity War coverage, and it was really cool actually. And I went straight to the Thanos, flipping through pages. I don't know. I like jerk off. That was me jerking off on the page, and then I started to turn the pages. Oh, no, that was gross. Again, no monetization for this video. Um, so basically, guys, Josh Brolin was doing an interview in that magazine, and he said that basically with Thanos, it's an overpopulation problem. And he even says, like, the quote is something very similar to, I gotta be honest, I didn't buy the magazine, so I don't know the exact quote. I was one of those guys that was, like, reading it, and they're like, hey, are you gonna buy that? And I was like, what? And I put it back. And he said, when you think about overpopulation, from a scientific perspective, this all makes sense. He's talking about Thanos wanting to erase half the universe. My first problem with that is the plot is that Thanos wants to erase half the universe. He has a goal of erasing half the universe. Now, I'm not just going to compare it to like, hey, in Thanos' quest, that's kind of implied to be his purpose to do that. He wanted to get the gems so he can do this for death, because going from planet to planet was going to take way too fucking long. He's trying to get laid next week. He doesn't have time to do all that. You know what I'm talking about? A little bit. Trying to get some of that decapitated pussy. Does death mean she's a corpse? I don't know. I just assume since she's death, she's corpsey too. I don't. That's weird. How do you decapitate? Never mind. So he's talking about an overpopulation problem, and he even says from a scientific perspective it makes sense. No, no, it doesn't. Josh Brolin, you're wrong. There is nothing scientifically accurate that makes sense about an overpopulation problem in this everly expanding universe. This is an infinitely expanding universe. I mean, if you watch Doctor Strange, the dude was fucking flying all through the Sorcerer Supreme, like just shot him into the astral world, just like fucking, and he was flying. Really? It's getting a little crowded. It's getting a little crowded, Thanos. Right? You know what I'm talking about? It's getting a little. You're like, it's like China in the universe. You're like shoulder to shoulder with people. I don't think so. So that's my problem with the plot right off the bat. So I'm hoping they go into depth with why that's his goal. If it's overpopulation, I'm going to be like, bullshit, dumb plot, fuck you. Okay? Right off the bat. That's a huge problem to me. I don't see why there's an overpopulation problem in this infinitely expanding universe. And guess what happens? If you get all the stones, Thanos, you don't have to murder half the universe. You know what you can do? Make the universe twice as big. That'd be fucking cool, right? That'd be better. Stop murdering people. What's your problem? Dude, you know? just make the universe bigger. You have the gems, and so I don't get. And here's why that's adapted from the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. So basically, in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, if you're not aware of this, if you're just a Marvel movie fan and you don't actually look into the comic books, which I got to be honest, totally fair, totally fair. You should not have to read the comic books to know shit about these movies. But just to throw out a little, like a little side thing, basically what happens is Thanos gets all the gems right when the Infinity Gauntlet storyline starts. He has the gems, and yes, it's the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, not the Infinity War storyline. Infinity Gauntlet story. He has the Infinity Gauntlet fully completed, and basically he erases half the universe, half the life in the universe, to demonstrate his power to death. It's not a goal. It wasn't his goal of why he wanted to get the Infinity Gauntlet. He wasn't like, let me get the Infinity Gauntlet so I can erase half the universe for her. No, he just got the Infinity Gauntlet to show her, hey, I'm on your level. I'm immortal. I'm a god too. You're a god. I'm a god. We're both gods now. God penis goes into God vagina. Okay? That's what I want to do. I'm Thanos. Look at me. So, basically, he just does it to show, to demonstrate his love and power that he has. He's like, check that shit out. I can give you as many souls as you want. She's not impressed with it because what a shitty way to give me souls. Oh, you're gonna snap your fingers. You're God, so you're just gonna snap your. You're not like. Basically, what Thanos needs to do to win her. I mean, from the way that it's kind of set up, is he was never gonna win her over. But the way that they kind of make you think Thanos can win her over is if he fights for it honorably. So he's in a battle with somebody and he fights and outsmarts them and barely gets away with his life and is able to kill the other person and gives her his soul that way. That's impressive to her. That's the point of why he ends up fighting all the Avengers and all the Marvel heroes, not just snapping his fingers. So the thing that's incredibly important is in the Thanos Quest storyline, they imply that she asked him to eliminate half the population. So that's basically when they bring up that, but that was written after. The Thanos Quest was written after, right, where they made it sound like that was his goal the whole time. It was basically taking way too long for him to eliminate half. You know, like I said, got shit to do. You know, Smallville's coming on. This was back when Smallville was on. No, I don't know when that comic book came out. But anyways, that was a weird reference. I'm trying to be cool here, guys. Come on. I'm trying to earn your likes. Leave me alone. I'm doing the best I can. So, essentially, that came after. To where he was like, oh, now I got all the gems, and then if you connect Thanos Quest, which is a fucking amazing comic book, by the way. Read Thanos Quest. It's phenomenal how brilliant Thanos is, and he's becomes one of your favorite characters instantly after reading that fucking book. And then you go into Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet, and then he demonstrates it. Now, the main characters in Infinity Gauntlet storyline are Thanos, the main character, Death, Gamora, no, Nebula, shit, and then it's Adam Warlock and Silver Surfer. Now everyone else is just kind of around it. You know what I mean? They're just kind of around in the storyline. It's a very great storyline. But anyways, it was never actually a goal of his. Now he actually has a goal in this movie to do that. And it just doesn't work for me. Because this is why. Since he was only doing it to demonstrate his power to her, it doesn't actually mean he had to use the full power of the Infinity Gauntlet to do that. And I've had this discussion with plenty of people that know nothing about the Infinity Gauntlet storyline or what the Infinity Gems are actually capable of and have just watched the Marvel movies, and they debate me on this, and they're so fucking wrong. I'm the smartest guy ever on the planet. I am the real Thanos. Pew pew pew, pew pew pew. And that is that all Thanos needs to erase half the life or all the life or create all the life or create half the life or one to do anything with life is have the soul gem and the power gem. That's all he needs. He doesn't need the fucking time stone. If anything, all the time stone would do, like, is Doctor Strange could rewind time and prevent him from getting it. So if he wants to get something like the time stone, that makes sense. Alright? And then he's like, oh, why does he have the space stone? Well, he had to get the space stone so he could get the soul stone and the power stone. But no, he gets the power stone first, as far as we know. It would be badass if Thanos got the space stone from Loki, right? Break a his Neka, okay? Beats the shit out of Thor, throws him in outer space, opens up a portal, throws Hulk back to Earth, tell them I'm coming, all cool like, and then he goes, teleports into fucking Xandar, right in front of the Power Stone, takes it, blows up the planet, fuck this shit, I'm out, and then he just fucking teleports away. That'd be badass. I'd be all for that. Okay? That'd be the shit. But no, he gets the Power Stone first. If you got the Power Stone, you're already the most powerful being as far as power goes in the universe. No being in the universe is physically or energy type more powerful than you. And yes, I mean every single one except God and the Living Tribunal, who's only been referenced so far. But he can pretty much beat anybody. There's no threat. So all he has to do is go to whoever has the Soul Stone and do some shit. Okay? Um, Maybe he gets the Time Stone, freezes the guy who has the Soul Stone, kills him, takes the Soul Stone. Okay, so this is why I'm saying this, because the Power Stone is, it basically makes any ability you have, power-wise, or power in general, infinite on a galactic scale. All the power in the entire universe came from that stone originally. So think of everything that requires power in this universe right now. It came from that stone at one point. Before the singularities exploded, like what you would call the Big Bang in the Marvel Universe, all the power came from that. Okay? So that's why it's called the Power Stone. Now we take the Soul Stone. Soul Stone is what created all life, souls. Okay? They're calling it the Soul Stone because it actually has a realm and it actually has a world, which is pretty cool. The Soul World, which Adam Warlock is actually capable of going in and out of, which is a huge thing in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline that's not going to be, most likely not going to be done in this, except I'm going to give you my theory at the ending of Infinity Gauntlet, uh, which is going to be the fourth Avengers movie, which I think is what's going to happen. And that is that Thanos is going to be trapped in the Soul Gem. They're going to trap him in the Soul Gem, and that's how they're going to defeat him. Eventually, he's going to break free, or that might be the ending of Infinity War for all I know. But I think it's going to be the ending of Infinity Gauntlet, like Avengers 4, calling it Infinity Gauntlet. Okay, now we take the Soul Stone. Now it can drop life all around you. You can create life around you. You can end life around you. But you tag it with the Power Stone. What the Power Stone does is amplify all the other stones because it gives you an infinite amount of power. So if you have the Soul Stone now has an infinite amount of power, meaning you can create an infinite amount of souls, life, capture them, end them, delete them, create them. Just those two stones is all he needs. Why the fuck is he getting all the stones? It makes no sense. And I saw one of the trailers where Thanos is walking out of the portal, all fucking badass. That was supposed to be the music. And you can see he has all the stones except the Mind Stone and the Time Stone. He doesn't need those two. You're done. You win. Just use those two stones to kill who has the other stones. You're done. You win. It's over. Why is he going to Wakanda? Doesn't matter. Take those two stones, snap your finger. You don't actually have to snap your finger. You can just think. It was just it's just the way that they kind of, decided to make it sound cool because they wanted to take it from the comic book. But he doesn't actually need to snap his finger physically. He can just think it, and it happens. So it's kind of an expression of how powerful he is, that it requires little to no force to do that. So that's my problem with that, is why is he getting all the gems? He doesn't need them. In this movie, are they going to require him to get all the gems, which defeats the purpose of those two stones? I mean, I'm really just, and okay, and let me dive into this too. Thanos in Thanos' Quest was so brilliantly smart. I mean, like I said, he became one of my favorite characters because of that storyline. He was just so brilliant. Just the way he was outsmarting these people and having respect for the Gardener. When he took the Time Stone from Gardener, he was like, I don't want to fight you. He was like, I don't want to hurt you. But I will, because I need that stone. I need that time stone. And he ended up killing the gardener, and it was amazing. And the way he outsmarts the champion, brilliant. And then the way he outsmarts the collector and the grandmaster, it's fucking awesome, man. It was great. It makes Thanos like your favorite dude. And just how brilliant he was, how smart he was. So it let you know that the dude is more than just strong. Now, in this movie, from what I've just gathered, like from looking at these clips, now we see that kind of leaked clip where they had a stand-in. It's like a Guardians of the Galaxy clip where they go and they find the collector to get the reality stone from the collector, and Thanos is already there. Now a lot of people are saying that's not actually Thanos. It's probably one of his henchmen or something like that. The reason I think it is Thanos is that's his stand-in. Josh Brolin was actually filming Deadpool and I think another movie actually. I could be wrong, but he was not always there for filming. So they had to use a stand-in just to give the other actors something to play off of. And the voice that you hear that doesn't sound like Josh Brolin also, again, just a stand-in. They haven't had time to get Josh Brolin in to do it. I think it is Josh Brolin's character, though. I think it is Thanos. And I think the characters in that scene even confirmed that it's him. They even went, that's him, holy shit. Um, He's just overpowering the collector. Like, he literally just showed up and kicked his ass and was like standing on him. And I was like, no, what happened to the outsmarting of Thanos? So he just got that gem right there by brute force. That's my another thing I don't like so far. It's another concern. These aren't things I hate about Infinity War so far. These are just concerns that I have. Is that they're gonna hurt Thanos in that way. I'm hoping to leave the theater going Thanos, best character ever in the Marvel universe, best character ever. That's what I'm hoping for. Best movie ever, best character ever. But he's got that by brute force. Now we go to when they're beating up. I can only assume this is when they're taking the mind gem from Vision. It looks like Thanos isn't even there. I'm just assuming. It looks like it's the Black Order that's taking it from him when they're like ripping it out of his forehead, and he's like, "Rah!" And it's cool. Again, awesome scene. I can't wait to see that. So they're taking that. That's brute force. So that's two gems. It looks like they. If I'm assuming off the trailer that they get from brute force. There's no proof that he gets the Mind Stone as of now, and there's no proof that he gets the. There's no proof that he gets the Time Stone. I'm sorry. So we don't know if he gets it from brute force. But if Ebony Maw gets it from Doctor Strange, Thanos didn't get it. It was someone getting it for him. You know what I mean? He has lackeys just doing what they do, using their abilities to get it rather than Thanos using his intelligence. And then you go to the Space Stone. He just beats the shit out of Loki in them, right? And I'm guessing he beats the shit out of all of them. They all just clear house. And then Loki's like, wait, let me live. I got this for you. Check it out. It's what you gave me before. And he's like, well, where's the Mind Stone? And he's like, you can use this to teleport to the Mind Stone, technically. So if you have this Space Stone, technically you're everywhere at once. So where is the Mind Stone, you ask? In my hand also, technically. And then I think Thanos is going to kill Loki right there. He tries to save his own life, and he's like, fuck you. And Thor's like, no. You ever see that scene where Thor's yelling, no, in the trailer? That's totally when Loki dies. He just took it for brute force. That's 3 gems. Possibly 4, if you count the time stone that we don't, no confirmation. Now imagine he went to Xandar and just invaded that army, kicked all their asses, the Nova Corps, and took he's getting it all from brute force. I don't like that, guys. I'm not feeling it. I know I'm being nitpicky here, but it's still going to be an amazing movie. I know it, but that's just bumming me out. I wanted Thanos to just outsmart people. Like I said, go there, maybe overpower Loki and them, get the Space Stone, teleport to Xandar, take that one. Basically saying Thanos needs this stone in order to get that stone. And in order to get the next stone, he's going to need that second stone that he got. In order to get the 4th stone, he's going to need those first 3. You know what I mean? To outsmart the next person. That's how he did it in Thanos' quest. It was brilliant. This one, he's just beating the shit out of people one by one, from what I've gathered. And then, other than that, why are you erasing only half the universe? Why not, why half? Is like every other person an asshole to where you're like, I only want to raise half. You ever notice that? Every other person is an asshole. And is he racing them randomly? It's like, dude, you know? Just make it to where people can't have kids for like fucking few years. Or for everyone in the universe. They can no longer have a kid. Boom, right there. You're not killing anyone. You're letting people fuck freely. And just like, have fun. You could be a king, but you're a tyrant. It sucks. No, it's still pretty cool. He's a villain. He's a villain. That's I just it's a huge plot point. And then you go over to like dialogue lines, and this is the last one, dialogue, and then we're gonna end this video. Um, Gamora says in the start of the trailer, the entire time I knew him, he only ever had one goal, and it's like to wipe out half the universe, and it's all you saw it 100 times. If he gets all the stones, he can do it with a snap of his fingers, just like that. Um, then Thanos says in another scene, when I'm done, half the universe, half humans will still exist. And then, he's saying in the trailer, like, you're strong, I hope they remember you, blah, blah, blah. I can end it all with, the snap of my fingers. Why do they keep bringing up the snap of the fingers line? Can we cut that out? Can only one person say it? Do we really need like 18 different characters? Don't let him snap his fingers. I can end it with a snap of my finger. If he snaps his fingers, it's gonna. If he snaps his finger, why are you all saying this line? I know it's only two people, but I'm gonna exaggerate to all of. Dude, all 62 Marvel characters reference Thanos snapping his fingers. It's ridiculous. And then she says, the entire time I knew him, he had one goal: to wipe out half the universe. Literally in another trailer, with that same part, she goes, everything you love and everything you know will be gone, just like that. And then Tony Stark's like, tell me his name. And she's like, Thanos. Now, obviously, that's taken from the clip of when Banner is talking to Stark, but still, she's like, he had one goal: to wipe out half the universe, everything you ever loved, everything you've... No, not everything, just half. Okay? He has one goal, Gamora. We talked about this: to wipe out half the universe. Why are you saying everything you've ever loved? No, the correct line would be half of what you love and half of what you know. Not even technically half of what you know. You still know what you know. He's not like wiping out half the intelligence in the universe, right? Just the life. You know everything you know. I get you're trying to make it sound dramatic, but shit. You're the one spreading the message here, lady. You gotta be specific. Okay? So what the fuck? How do I end videos? I don't know how to end videos. If you've seen any of my videos, I don't know how to end them. We'll end with the Captain America scene, where Captain America and everyone's like, oh, he has the Soul Stone in his eyes, and he's stopping Thanos from... That's not what the Soul Stone does. Not the Soul Stone. That's the Mind Stone. Pretty sure he has the Mind Stone in that. They gave him the Mind Stone to protect it, and he has the Mind Stone, and he's using it on Thanos subconsciously, because Thanos actually mentions that in the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. He was like, where they're fighting the Eternals, the cosmic beings, the cosmic entities, and Thanos is like, if you're fighting them, you will win, because some deep down in your subconscious, you will want to win, and just the desire to win means you will win because you're a god over them. So that's kind of like the same thing with that. I think Captain America, Steve Rogers, he's stopping Thanos from crushing him. Thanos is like, give me that shit, bro. Give me that stone. Why would Thanos be like trying to crush him? It's like, no, he's trying to take it from him. He's trying to take something from him. And he's trying to fight him, and he's using subconsciously the Mind Stone against Thanos. And that's why Thanos looks like he's struggling, because he's struggling against mind control. That's more of what that would work with. Or maybe someone else is using it on Thanos from a distance, but I strongly doubt it. It'd be badass. Give Captain America this scene. Yeah, Yeah, all you're saying that it's the soul stone, you're high as shit. That's not what the soul stone does. But then again, if he needs all these stones to erase half the universe, then what the fuck do I know, right? The space stone may be the stone that erases half the universe. You know? Who fucking knows? If they're not being accurate to the comic books, all he needs is a soul stone and the fucking power stone. So I don't get what's going on. Um, yeah, again, this is a 30-minute video. This is not appropriate. And I'm not editing it, so fuck you. If you actually listened to this whole video, I appreciate it. If you didn't, I also appreciate it. Turns out 99.9% of all my views and watch time come from non-subscribers. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys would unsubscribe and leave a thumbs up so I can see you next time. Also, what's your favorite fruit? Have a good one. Take care.